Can you give us an example where a dashboard completely changed how a company viewed their financial or clinical trajectory?
Yeah, so I have a pretty good example. There was a dashboard that we developed that changed two minor things, but had a major impact within the organization. One was providing visibility to the types of products that were sitting on their accounts receivable. So the situation is that for certain products, the accounts receivable terms were different for any product that was on that invoice. And so the payment terms would change, but they didn't have the visibility into what kind of products was making up their AR balance, right? And so by using Power BI, we linked their AR data to their invoice data, and we were able to determine which products were the type that required expedited payment. That had an effect on the supply of the company, right? And giving preferential treatment to our customers that were paying us on time. And so the second thing that they wanted in their accounts receivable is they wanted to have an understanding of, they were basically doing an allocation methodology. And so they didn't really understand um, where their accounts receivable was exactly coming from. So they were just basically allocating it by revenue for product lines. So that means if you're doing an average, which is what they were taking, and then applying that to the AR data, you're not able to actually tell what what's driving those AR balances. You're making an assumption that revenue is directly linked to your AR, and what's open hasn't been paid, and it's in the exact proportion that it's happening on the revenue side. Um, what we did was at the same time that we linked the invoice data together with the AR data, is we were able to allocate by product line exactly, because once we had the details down to the invoice level and down to the product level and even the SKU level, we could actually allocate the AR to each specific product line exactly, not using revenue, but using the actual AR balance. So not only did it allow us to prioritize supply to customers and also figure out if customers were not paying us on time, giving us that visibility, but it also provided additional information on our AR that was more accurate. And then instead of having to have a month-end process where somebody looks at the AR balance, takes the revenue by product line and allocates the revenue down to the AR, it's actually looking at the invoice details and it's doing it automatically in the background in Power BI.
Is